You might recognize him from his ridiculously chiseled abs and absolutely killer dance moves, but Channing Tatum is all set to enter a new role. His new action flick is set to start filming sometime in the near future, and we've got all the details. In this video, we'll talk about how Channing Tatum will be starring in a brand new James Bond-type film and some of his best movie roles to date. First up, let's take a look at this new movie. Channing Tatum may have graced our screens with some phenomenal dance moves over the years, but now he's all set to lead in a new spy thriller directed by David Leitch called Red Shirt. With some amazing performances in films like Magic Mike, 21 Jump Street, and The Hateful Eight, he's made a name for himself in Hollywood pretty quickly in the last few years. The actor and director will be reuniting for this next project after previously working in Bullet Train, which was released earlier this year. While the film had some mixed reviews and Tatum's appearance was brief, it was still a box office success and appears to have given birth to a long-term relationship between the two. Up next is the bidding war for the movie rights. According to several reports, there was a fierce and competitive bidding war over movie rights, and Amazon came out as the clear winner. They were able to beat competitors such as Paramount, Netflix, Sony, and Universal to claim the movie rights, since the package became available shortly before Thanksgiving. Tatum's own company, Free Association, will be working alongside Leitch's company, 87 North Production, and Simon Kinberg's Genre Films. It looks like we have quite a few big names attached to the movie production unit already. The movie is also based on a totally original pitch by writer Simon Kinberg from Dark Phoenix and Mr. and Mrs. Smith fame. He's also known for producing a number of X-Men films in the franchise. Despite having 7 very sizable offers, the bidding war ending up with Amazon marks the streamer's biggest sale of the year. Let's talk about the director David Leitch. Other than the critically acclaimed Deadpool 2,
on a short list of dominoes, and it was like one chemistry read and we knew she was the one. So
Leitch is also known for directing the 2017 film Atomic Thriller, starring the gorgeous Charlize Theron. He was also the helm of the Fast and Furious spin-off from 2019, and Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham's beloved classic Hobbs and Shaw. Leitch is also set to produce the Christmas fantasy dark comedy called Violent Night, which is anticipated by a number of audiences. Now, the plot details for Red Shirt have primarily been kept under wraps, but is being described as an international spy thriller. Are we about to get another James Bond, but with more ab action? We wouldn't be complaining at all. Considering the fact that the purchase of Red Shirt was one of the biggest sales of the year for Amazon, we might even have a potential franchise on our hands if the movie ends up being successful. With Channing Tatum on board, Red Shirt will be one more addition to a long line of star-studded action thrillers for the John Wick director. The 47-year-old stuntman turned filmmaker has been lucky enough to have worked with almost everyone in the industry, from Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 2 to Keanu Reeves in John Wick and Brad Pitt in Bullet Train. Leitch now has a new muse in the form of Tatum to lead that much sought-after spy thriller that has everyone waiting for more updates. Following up with what has Channing Tatum been up to lately? After he finished working on the critically acclaimed film Kingsman: The Golden Circle back in 2017, Channing Tatum decided to take a 4-year-long break from acting, mostly due to exhaustion. But earlier this year, he came back with a bang and gave us 2 back-to-back hits, The Lost City and Dog. The latter film, which explores Tatum's character of reluctantly bonding with a troublesome German shepherd, also marked his very first directorial venture, becoming a decent hit at the box office. The Lost City was also quite popular among the masses, and also features Sandra Bullock, grossing nearly $200 million worldwide. With several roles lined up for the 42-year-old actor, the Channing Tatum renaissance will continue on for the next couple of months at the very least. He's all set to return as Magic Mike in the film's last part to complete the trilogy, and he's also completed production on P Island, which is Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut. Currently, he's in the middle of filming a space movie with Scarlett Johansson called Project Artemis. Definitely something we can look forward to. Now, it looks like Red Shirt isn't due to start shooting anytime soon, since director David Leitch is soon to start production on his next project with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, called The Fall Guy. Up next, we have some of the best Channing Tatum movie roles. Now, we've taken a look at all his wonderful upcoming ventures, but let's take a look at some of the best movie roles he's given us in the last couple of years. If you haven't seen 21 Jump Street, we'd suggest you drop everything you're doing and go give this one a watch. The Jump Street films are notoriously popular cop buddies action comedy directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Both 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street were based on the television series that aired between 1987 and 1991, and soon turned into a franchise featuring Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill as Schmidt and Jenko. Now, the films follow the lead characters as they graduate from the police academy and are thrown into the real world of drug busting by infiltrating high schools and colleges. Both films were heavily praised by critics and audiences both.
7. What about you?
Biodiesel, dog.
Smells like egg rolls.
Yeah, it does. Runs on leftover fry oil from Hunan Palace.
and went on to earn over $500 million at the box office. But other than the big numbers at the box office, the relationship between Tatum and Hill is absolutely hilarious to watch. Tatum showed us that his sense of humor could easily be translated into the roles he plays, and the Jump Street films are the perfect example of that. Tatum's performance even earned him an MTV Movie and TV Award, 2 Teen Choice Awards, and a Young Hollywood Award. Moving on to Magic Mike. What's not to love about Channing Tatum as Magic Mike? A comedy drama film series, the first one came out in 2012, but we'd recommend rewatching both parts before the upcoming slated third and final film release in 2023. The first one made waves with big names attached to the franchise such as Matt Bomer, Joe Manganiello, and Cody Horn, and all of them were shirtless, giving us quite the watching experience. Interestingly enough, the film was based loosely on Tatum's own life experience of working as a stripper in Florida. Magic Mike follows a guy called Mike who works as a stripper at the Exquisite Strip Club in Tampa. He then meets a college dropout, Adam, who joins the club, and Mike tries to protect him as much as he can from the darker side of the industry. The film received a lot of positive feedback and was consequently renewed for a second part in 2015. Let's talk about Step Up. Step Up was a breakout movie for Tatum, as it pushed him to the forefront of being one of the most talented dancers and actors in the entertainment industry. This 2016 drama with elements of romance was a popular film in itself, and became a huge hit for people like us who love seeing Jenna and Tatum's sizzling on-screen chemistry. The killer dance moves, the fusion of ballet and hip-hop, the tension in the air that was sharp enough to be sliced with a knife. This movie had everything and more. Despite the initial negative reviews the film got, commercially it was a total success and spawned an entire franchise that has garnered over $400 million worldwide. And you want to know the best part? Jenna and Channing eventually got married after they met on the set of Step Up, which just warmed all of our collective hearts at the time. While the two unfortunately ended in divorce, we still think Step Up was wonderful in more ways than one. Finally, we have Logan Lucky. This one is an independent heist comedy directed by popular filmmaker Steven Soderbergh, and was even distributed through his own company, Fingerprint Releasing. Along with Channing Tatum, the American film features a star-studded cast such as Adam Driver, Katie Holmes, Catherine Watterson, Daniel Craig, and Hilary Swank, to name a few. It was released in 2017 to positive reviews from both audiences and critics, who were impressed by not only Soderbergh's direction, but the cast performances as well, most notably that of Channing Tatum. Surprisingly, Logan Lucky is a fun watch and doesn't have pretentious characters or hard-to-believe scenarios. Tatum's role as Jimmy Logan goes to show his versatility as an actor.
You need to show a little respect.
And more than just a killer bond with fantastic dance moves, his comedic timing and sense of humor remain to be an asset, as seen in many of his performances.
So,
The real question is, why do you love her?
no one's believed in me like your mom has. So what's this show about?
That's a wrap for this video. Do you have any thoughts about this new Channing Tatum movie? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.